Here at Goodwood Festival of Speed in the M Pavilion, and behind me is a G90 M5, which was just unveiled 2 days ago right here on the spot. I'm gonna take you guys around it really quick with the exterior and interior of the car. So this is the first M5 that has a wider track in the front and the rear. It also has a little bit of a different suspension geometry as well to incorporate that longer wheelbase from a standard 5 Series. One of the things you'll notice is the piano black all the way in the intakes and the front bumper. It also carries into the front grills, and these are the new flat design front grills you'll see close to the i5s. There's a lot of intricate design here, and a lot of people have told me, I don't really like the G90, I don't like the way it looks. Well, in person, it's a lot different, a lot like the G80s and the other G87s that we've seen. There's a lot of details that you see here in the aerodynamic design and in all of the intakes and all of the oil cooler system here. It's completely different from a regular 5 Series. And when we were upstairs with the yellow M5, you could see a lot more design from the back, and I really like the diffuser. Let's carry around to the side. So this has the carbon ceramic brakes, it has the gloss black wheels, similar to the M wheels that we see. It carries the carbon mirrors, and it carries all of the gloss black through, which you normally would see on the M5 and all the M cars of the day. We also have the Hofmeister kink here with the engraved M5, which is a new thing on this M5, which I really like. You'll see the new style door handles, which I love, and we first saw these on the M2 on the J87. Carrying through the back, we have of course, the new design 5 Series rear taillights. It has the new badge with the silver trimming, which we first saw on the G87 LCI version. That was one of the only changes that they made to the car. Now, a lot of people keep asking, is there gonna be a competition model? The rumors are there will not be. They will have a CS at the end of the model range, which of course we'll see. And here's the diffuser. So to me, this was the worst part of the car that I saw in the photos. But in person, it looks amazing because it matches, again, with the wider track of the M5, and it carries the gloss black all the way from the front to the rear of the vehicle. It also has the quad tailpipe exhaust, which you see on most of the M cars, and the diffuser, which you really can't see from back there, really hides the tailpipe. So in the aftermarket, that's something we're gonna definitely change to show you guys more of the exhaust. Now let's take you inside and show you the interior. As you guys will notice inside, this is the standard design language for the new 5 Series, which I love because it has all of this kind of screen that matches up. You can change the color. It has a special M version. And then the M5 has this carbon that goes from the door all the way into the front dash. It also has the Bowers & Wilkins sound, which has these really neat aluminum grills, which of course adds to the quality of the M5. A lot of leather. The steering wheel has this mark at 12 o'clock, which is new for the M5. There's also some really large M1 and M2 buttons, which is new also for the M5. One thing I will point out is there's a lot of gloss black in here. It is a love-hate for me because it shows dust, it scratches very easily, but on this brand new car they just unveiled, looks really nice inside. If you look, it's a two-tone, and the two-tone carries from the seat all the way into the door panels, all the way into the back seat to the rear door panels, which I really like. It's a different look for BMW, and it really matches with the M look that they're going for in the interior. I'll also point out the seats. The seats are super comfortable with a lot of support. It has like a wing. These are kind of like a wing seat that you've seen in previous Audis and some other vehicles. Rumor is there will be no carbon seat for the M5 like was in the M5 F90 CS. I would say in an M5, you want to have a comfortable seat, and that's kind of what these are. While I'm inside, let me talk about the performance. This is 727 horsepower from the hybrid S68 engine, which is a V8 paired with a mild hybrid. The M5s have never had over 700 horsepower. The reason it does is because of the heavy weight, which has been a real focus point for a lot of people with this vehicle. I think you guys need to wait and see and drive it and see how it feels on the road, because I know a lot of the previous really heavy BMWs have masked the weight very well. Let me get out and show you guys what I would change and what we're going to modify on our M5 Touring when we get it. One thing I'll point out just getting out of the car is this is the hybrid charging system, the first for any M5, and this is a standard plug which you'll see on any of the iXs or any other hybrid models from BMW. Now to get in some of the things that we're going to change right away, first thing is going to be the wheel gap that you'll see in the front. This has a lot less than most of the recent BMWs, but we're definitely going to change that with an ALS kit or a sleeve over kit. The rear will have the same exact wheel gap delete, so to speak. This is a European car. This is a left-hand drive car, so it's going to be really similar to the US car, but there will be some reflectors and some other pieces which we're going to change in the aftermarket that we normally delete. In addition to lowering it to get rid of some of the wheel gap, there's going to be multiple companies available with a front lip, and I think the front lip needs to go ahead and incorporate all of this area in the bottom, maybe come up to the sides with some side skirt. Now the M Performance parts have already been developed for this. We're going to have a sneak preview of that in a couple months, and that's going to change a lot of the way I think about the vehicle and kind of the aesthetics of it. M Performance will definitely have the side skirt. There's definitely going to be aftermarket available, but you can see how wide the front track and the rear track is. And let's move back to the diffuser. So this is the thing everyone's been texting me about, everyone's been messaging me about, and in person it's a lot different from pictures, but it looks amazing. But there's definitely going to be a carbon solution from BMW and probably some of the aftermarket that's going to fill in this void that's here, which you've never seen on any M5 before. And the other thing I'll talk about is the tip design. Standard BMW looks a lot like the G80 tips and the G87 tips. They look fine. I know that Akrapovic is working on an exhaust for this, and they've already developed a lot of work with the S68 because they just released the XM exhaust. So they already work with the motor. Now they just have to develop the rest of the exhaust and the tips. And I hope they come out with a bespoke tip similar to the G80 series because it'll match well with the new design work. So that pretty much sums up everything on the G90 M5 here at the 2024 Festival of Speed. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the car and how we should modify it coming forward.